Previously on The Greatest Estate Developer. Our hero survived the impossible trials, shattered the corrupt system, and unleashed a ruthless enemy that threatens the entire metropolis. And now, the story continues. The canal erupts, water roaring into a chasm as the forest ignites, the estate's future crumbling in an instant. From the shadows, a Dragon King materializes, offering a coveted Dragon King membership, an instant revive if his captive soul is rescued. Javier sneers, seriously, mocking the bargain. The proposal spikes the rescue cost, turning salvation into a high-stakes gamble. Save my soul, claim the membership. He growls, and the crew feels the weight of his negligence as the frantic canal reconstruction begins. The sky crackles, and the crew feels the weight of time pressing down. Javier berates Lloyd for mangling an idiom, labeling him a pervert. Lloyd snaps back, insisting he merely quoted a natural sciences text. Their quarrel erupts, scattering focus and jeopardizing the rescue timeline.
You'll gladly accept getting your buttocks hit?
You jerk, that was an idiomatic expression. At that moment, the Dragon King materializes, demanding payment. The tension simmers, threatening to erupt into chaos. Javier presses the Dragon King. Where does the bone dragon lurk? The monarch answers, in a hidden realm untouched by mortals, yet it follows my word as a faithful hound. The veil of secrecy staves off panic should the beast stir. Rex snatches the screen, eyes widening as the numbers tumble. More dangers coming? He mutters, shaking his head in frustration. The crew grasps that each repair may summon fresh perils.
More dangers coming.
Javier steels himself to face the looming threat hovering over Lloyd. The crew exchanges uneasy glances, aware that every solution may sow new chaos. Javier protests fiercely, insisting Lloyd would never betray them. Yet the Grandmaster snarls, Lloyd must die, ordering the others to strike him first. The team teeters on a deadly fork between loyalty and survival. A sharp cry pierces the tension, amplifying the crisis. A cold sweat beads on their foreheads as loyalty clashes with survival. A voice wails, "What on earth was I thinking?" The Dragon King then demands a powerful escape spell from hell and a binding vow. Break it, and the soul erases forever. The contract spikes the stakes, tethering their fate to his whims. The contract glows, its ink shimmering with ominous potential. Suho, inhabiting Lloyd's form, swears that breaking his promise will erase his soul forever. The Dragon King leans in, puzzled by Lloyd's hair and beard rippling like tentacles in still air. "I'm a dragon," Lloyd growls. The oath cements their pact. The vow reverberates, binding fate with a chilling certainty. A colossal stage erupts from molten lava as the Hell Singer ascends, her voice thunderous, proclaiming a concert that will echo through the abyss. Suho, Javier, and the others stare, fearing the melody will summon a demonic legion. A bone dragon lurks nearby, waiting for its cue. The stage's flames lick the sky, casting ominous shadows over the battlefield.
Trapped in Lloyd's body, Suho thrusts the team through a freshly opened hell portal, demanding a perilous quest for the Dragon King's promised extra life as the massive demonic stage erupts. The portal swirls, threatening to swallow them whole as the demonic chorus rises. Javier's fury ignites, fearing their souls will shatter under Suho's reckless command. As the group teeters between desperate hope for salvation and the looming dread of total loss. Hope flickers like a candle in a storm, yet fear threatens to snuff it out. A dark demon whispers that the Hell Knight anticipates their move, and the fiery concert's echo threatens to seal their fate, leaving the portal's true danger still unknown. The echo reverberates, a warning that the true peril lies beyond sight.
Don't wait. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari now so the next episode is waiting for you when you wake up.
The flagship tower erupts, the district teeters on ruin. The title, The Greatest Estate Developer, blazes across the shattered sky. A cloaked figure steps forward, Amui Zhu-Fei. His hand lifts, eyes flare crimson. A demon's aura swells, filling the chamber. He declares the hero summoned for judgment. Shadows of onlookers listen, waiting for his command. Lloyd Frontera, the lazy noble, trembles in his borrowed skin. Engineering formulas flicker in his mind, battling the nightmare. Amui snarls, demanding the spirit phone's secret. The air crackles, promising violence. Amui's next question threatens to expose Suho's hidden knowledge. Amui's Yufa repeats a strange chant, Huffy Duff. That echoes through the cavernous hall. The mockery tests the hero's composure. The demon shifts tone, echoing his mother's advice with a cold twist. He repeats the line that the feeling inside is part of you, urging you to protect those emotions. The words sound like a twisted pep talk, meant to confuse. A shadowy voice whispers, protect those emotions, like a mantra. The demon then adds a final jab, hoping the hero will spare his mother. Lloyd listens, cataloging the phrase for future leverage. The manipulation tests his capacity for compassion in a hellish arena. The audience watches, waiting for his reaction. Stakes tighten. Mercy could be exploited. Rejection could alienate any remaining allies. Lloyd erupts, shouting that the demon is cruel and talented at tearing demons apart. The demon threatens to keep berating Lloyd with curses when they reach the castle. He taunts Lloyd about knowing everything about hell. A tidal effect flashes, granting Lloyd a buff. Veteran wearing only panties in the Western lands, gaining plus dehydration resistance. The comedic advantage hints at survival in the scorching hellscape.
Everything you know about hell. I'll berate you with swear words at the castle. Title effect, veteran in panties, plus dehydration resistance.
With the new resistance, Lloyd prepares for the scorching journey ahead. Javier asks if the looming structure is the Hell Castle. The demon or guide answers that it is not, then declares they have arrived at their destination. The guard captain steps forward, armor clanking against ash. He announces himself as the ZND Brigade General. How dare you block my mission? He snarls. The group tenses, weapons drawn in unison. Javier shouts a challenge, urging the fight. The giant hamster charges, wheels spitting ash toward the captain. The captain swings a massive spear, slicing the air. The spear connects, sending a wave of force across the courtyard. The party feels the impact, bruised but still standing. The captain's power tests their resolve before confronting the Demon King. Ahead, the Demon King's throne looms, waiting for their final move.
How dare you block my mission?
What a series of careful beatings.
The ZND Brigade General erupts from the ash-clad gate, brandishing a flaming demonic sigil. The blaze forces Lloyd, Javier, and the giant hamster to stare down the hulking demon, which snarls, demanding an answer. Lloyd's engineering pride shatters under the demon's mockery. Javier's resolve trembles, and the giant hamster quivers, each fearing one misstep could seal their doom. The demon points a clawed finger, whispering it can help them achieve their goal. The group stares at the glowing sigil, uncertain whether the promised aid masks a lethal betrayal.
The next chapter drops soon. Don't be the last one to find out. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
The contract is sealed. 12 hours remain before the city collapses. Suho, now in Lloyd's body, stands on the cliff. The cliff crowns the capital. He watches the Demon King's legions gather like a dark tide. Giga, the colossal hamster, paces the edge. His muscles coil, ready for battle. A scarred knight drops to one knee, brandishing his blade. Suho clutches his blueprints. The expressway's skeleton trembles in his grasp. If the road fails, his family's debt curses the kingdom. The Demon King's envoy steps from the shadows. His eyes glint with malice. Suho flips the ancient stone tablet hidden beneath the palace. Symbols glow as he reads the Forgotten Covenant. Millennia ago, mortal developers bargained with the underworld. Suho area and the knights circle the glowing road. They chant an ancient sealing hymn, voices soaring in unison. Each syllable fuels the runes, brightening the pavement like sunrise. Giga hums, his resonance echoing through stone. The magic ripples outward, cloaking nearby villages in protective light.
We sing for the road's safety.
Shadows stir as the demon forces draw near. From the shadows, the Demon King's minions surge. Their claws dig into the earth. They aim to shatter the rune barrier. They also seek to breach the expressway. Suho lifts his engineering tablet. It projects a shimmering shield of reinforced steel and magic. Arya draws her blade, its edge etched with contract symbols. The minions clash against the shield. Sparks fly as the road trembles.
You had your chance. Now kneel.
The final showdown looms, the pavement quaking beneath them.
Suho ignites the rune-etched expressway, molten light flooding the lane. The Demon King's massive foot crashes into a searing band. The band is forged from magical concrete. Giga, the giant hamster, shatters Kai's hidden tunnel. He does it in a single thunderous strike. The road reforges instantly. Veins of power pulse brighter than ever. Arya watches Suho's blood-stained pact seal the demon's power. Triumph swells in her chest. The city's future glitters on the horizon. Kai glares at his shattered shortcut. He fears ruin of his reputation. The looming devastation could follow if the barrier falters. From the shadows, the Demon King's hordes surge. Claws rend the earth. Suho raises his engineering tablet. It projects a shimmering shield of steel and magic. The shield flickers under their relentless assault. The fate of the sealed road hangs in trembling balance.
The next chapter recap drops in days. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry before it goes live.
The earth trembles, magma swallowing his towers in a fiery roar. Kang HWI watches his skyline melt as molten fire erupts from the crust. From a glowing fissure, a massive lava-resistant centipede erupts, black plates shimmering with heat. Its thunderous roar hurls ash across the site, coating every beam. Kang HWI feels the creature's stride threaten every foundation he's built. If it reaches the pit, his empire will crumble. He must strike before lava drowns everything. The centipede lumbers forward, and the demon workers ready their weapons. Kang HWI snarls, "What a shame!" while the ground shivers beneath his feet. He bellows for his demon crew to halt their retreat. The demons scoff, muttering his empire is doomed. Kang HWI watches as demons scramble toward the exit, eyes widening at the surveillance cameras. He contemplates handing the development to Lee Hai-jin, believing her leadership might tame the restless workforce. The demons break their chains, but the lenses capture every desperate move. Their attempted escape jeopardizes the Foundation's stability. Realizing his grip is slipping, Kang HWI prepares a stricter order to lock the labor force back in. Kang HWI seizes the fleeing demons, shouting vile commands about no safety for demons. He dangles the promise of free labor to coerce obedience, trying to crush the riot. The captured workers chant for rights, but his threats muzzle them temporarily.
Kang Y corners the lava centipede, lures it with the broth trap, and seizes its glowing alloy. He then compels the demon workforce to chant the twisted safety mantra, tightening his iron grip over the site. Kang Y claims the priceless or an absolute dominion. While the demons' hopes wither, their cries for rights silenced beneath his merciless promise of death by labor. A trembling demon questions the wretched commander's sudden arrival, foreshadowing a hidden rival whose next move could shatter Kang Y's tyrannical reign.
Show everyone you know your stuff. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry and stay ahead of the curve.
The skyline erupts like fireworks. The developer still has one final lot to claim. Lloyd Frontera jolts awake. His body has vanished, leaving only a swirling vortex of soul. He scans the empty streets. The city he built lies barren. Without a flesh shell, he cannot swing a hammer or raise a wall. A grim reaper looms in the shadows, its hollow eyes promising a nightmare. A towering Grim Reaper steps forward, its scythe humming like a death song. "Your soul belongs to the underworld," it growls, demanding Lloyd's essence. The specter reaches for his vapor, trying to drag him deeper. Lloyd feels the cold pull, knowing one wrong move means oblivion.
Your soul is mine.
A cursed gauge flickers, its runes spelling out a percentage of soul corruption. The needle climbs, each tick louder than the last. Lloyd watches the numbers rise, knowing every second drains more of his essence. The impending annihilation forces him into desperate action. A thunderous roar erupts, announcing the Hidden Council's arrival.
A towering Grim Reaper lunges, its humming scythe clawing at Lloyd's borrowed body. Simultaneously, a hostile foreign spirit wrestles for control, tearing at his consciousness. The cursed gauge spikes, inching toward total annihilation. Lloyd's heart pounds, his breath shallow, as darkness closes in. The clash erupts into a desperate fight for survival. Lloyd feels his very essence evaporate, his weary self slipping through the cracks of a relentless curse. Hope flickers like a dying candle, threatened by the looming void. Panic claws at his mind, fearing he will become a hollow vessel forever. Yet a faint whisper promises a sliver of redemption. The nightmarish limbo tightens its grip, demanding a final choice. The corrupting gauge climbs unchecked, demons circle hungrily, and the King of Hell declares there is no salvation. Lloyd stands on the brink, his soul teetering on collapse. Every heartbeat could be his last. In that breath-stopping moment, a hidden power stirs, ready to change the tide. The future hangs on a razor-thin thread.
You got the recap, now I need the sub. Let's make a deal. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari.
The tower's foundation shudders, steel girders snapping like brittle bone. Lee Junwoo watches the cracks spider across the unfinished slab, heart hammering. The collapse threatens the whole district, and a roar rises from the crowd. Someone must own this, he shouts, voice splitting the air. Workers freeze, eyes darting for a leader. Lord H-Wang watches from his balcony, cold steel in his gaze. Duke Park smirks, waiting for the blame to land on Junwoo. Mira steps forward, voice smooth, offering calm diplomacy. Junwoo points at the ruined footings, demanding accountability. Murmurs swell, tension crackling like static. A whisper from the shadows slides through the dust, a challenge humming in the night. A foreman raises his voice, urging workers to keep the imposter quiet. He mutters ugh under his breath, frustrated by endless distractions. The crew scrambles to obey, aware that any outburst could halt progress. A senior engineer steps forward, announcing the scale of the endeavor, a grand construction stretching 11 kilometers. He stresses the need to finish quickly, promising that capturing the imposter will secure the project's future. The team rallies, hauling materials, laying foundations, tightening bolts with renewed urgency. Every stone placed brings the massive road closer to completion, and every delay feeds the looming threat beneath the ground. Pressure mounts as the deadline approaches, and the imposter's presence becomes a ticking time bomb for the entire operation. A worker clutches his ears and screams, "Ah, it's so freaking noisy!" The construction site reverberates with hammer blows and roaring engines. The same worker collapses, shouting, "I can't take it anymore." Lee Junwoo orders a temporary halt to protect the crew. The noise threatens morale and could cause accidents if left unchecked. Lee Junwoo now plans to quiet the site. Lee Junwoo slams his fist on a stone pillar and yells, "Arch, why does something always appear when I'm doing construction?" A stray beam crashes nearby, blocking a work lane. The crew scrambles to clear the debris, losing precious time. The repeated interruptions hint at a hidden adversary sabotaging the project. Another worker shouts, "What are you doing? Get to slicing." While a calmer teammate steps forward, pleading, "Honestly, we should apologize. We caused the inconvenience." The group hesitates, unsure whether to continue the violent work or make peace with the angry spirits. Their decision will decide if the construction proceeds or if the awakened uncle erupts. A worker steps forward amid the chaos of the kilometer road project. He shouts that he alone bears the inconvenience and that he is the only one trying to be considerate. The crew pauses, surprised by the sudden accusation. His voice cuts through the clamor of hammers and shouting, demanding attention.
Lee Junwoo roars a death-or-die challenge. The foreman counts 6, then orders a rival worker to be sliced, igniting a brutal showdown that erupts across the volcanic road-building site. Steel clashes, dust clouds rise, and the ground trembles beneath each strike. The workers watch, hearts pounding, as the fate of the entire kilometer line hangs on the blade's edge. A terrified apprentice refuses the threat, while a trapped worker screams for rescue, forcing the crew to confront fear, loyalty, and the cost of sacrificing one to save many. The air crackles with tension as each side weighs honor against survival. The imposter's guttural scream echoes as the misaligned rail threatens collapse, leaving the crew's fate hanging on who survives the next cut and whether the trapped worker escapes the crushing gears. Every heartbeat counts as the line teeters on the brink of disaster.
Watch who you trust. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari.
He flips his protector on, a pulse of raw energy crackling. If his control slips, the demons will shatter. Kang HWI, the unrivaled estate developer, stands on a crumbling platform. His bodyguard grips his sword, letting out a startled "Uo." The protector's tremor reveals a crack in loyalty. Without the shield, the demons stand exposed. The next scene erupt into a wordless, escalating battle. Kang HWI lunges forward, arms blazing toward the demon. The bodyguard steps back, raising a steel shield to meet the strike. From the ash, a dark demon claws upward, eyes burning. The trio lock gazes, each waiting for the fatal move. A bewildered combatant asks, who was the first to flee? Eyes scan the battlefield. The question exposes uncertainty about loyalty and timing, forcing a rapid tally. The inquiry pushes the group to pinpoint the traitor before more damage occurs. Tension spikes as each member glances around, searching for guilt.
Who ran first just now?
The answer will reveal the hidden ally among them. A shivering fighter shivers. It's cold. When will Dad call? A stern voice replies, we must wait in a place no human can see northward. The instruction sets their next destination, isolating them from ordinary eyes. It's cold. When will Dad call?
Wait in hidden north, unseen by humans.
An anguished voice cries, Dad, from the front line, a child's desperate hope. Kang HWI turns, eyes widening. He snarls at Yang Yang, accusing him of coldness. Yang Yang, you're so cold. The child's plea adds urgency, while the insult pushes Yang Yang to react. Their clash escalates as personal stakes mix with the battle.
Dad!
Yang Yang, you must be so cold. The heat pack starts moving, forcing Kang HWI to chase it. Kang HWI notices his magical heat pack slipping from his belt, a vital source of warmth. He shouts, your warm heat pack is running away. Lan, a nearby ally, rushes forward, snatches the pack, and gives Kang HWI a quick hug to reassure him. Uncle OS lifts his massive arm, proclaiming, I'm the immortal Uncle OS. The proclamation echoes across the battlefield. His claim of immortality warns the enemies that killing him is futile. The heroes realize they face an ageless adversary, complicating their strategy. The next wave of demons closes in on Uncle OS.
I'm the immortal Uncle OS.
Their next move must confront an immortal foe. The battle rages in the cracked arena. The wretch swings his massive blade at the bodyguard. The blade connects, sending the bodyguard sprawling. Shield shatters, blood spilling onto the ground. The demon horde watches, waiting for another opening. If the bodyguard falls, Kang HWI loses his last line of defense.
Uncle OS storms the cracked arena, shattering a charging demon with a single blow and announcing his immortal status, turning the battle's tide as his overwhelming strength dwarfs every opponent. Kang Wai watches in horror as his comrades turn to ash, his confidence crumbling while the team's fear spikes, forcing him to confront his own impotence against an unstoppable immortal. The wretched demon taunts the heroes, promising to return after 1,000,000 years, while Uncle OS's immortal claim looms, leaving the battlefield poised on a knife edge as salvation hangs in precarious balance.
There's a reason the system is acting like this. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari to uncover the truth.
The city's flagship tower crumbles, sending a thunderous wave of stone and dust into the streets. Suho Kim, inhabiting Lloyd's body, watches the devastation, fists tightening around his steel-clad gauntlet. Amid the rubble, a strange glyph glows, Ab Yuo, etched into a shattered column. Merchants scream, fearing the loss of the market that feeds the whole district. Suho swears an oath of vengeance, promising to rebuild what was razed and hunt the hidden hand behind the collapse. His iron will soon be tested when he discovers an unexpected immunity to the biting cold. A fierce wind howls through the ruined plaza, frosting the stone. Suho roars, now the demons pledge their full loyalty, let's finish this construction. A nearby worker asks, will you start right away? Suho's pact with the Infernal Legion promises lightning-fast progress, a crucial edge over rival nobles. The demonic crew readies their arcane implements, the site humming with newfound vigor. A laborer shouts, when will you help us? Their plea underscores the crew's reliance on Suho's direct strength for the toughest tasks. The fragile alliance between mortal and demon hangs in the balance. Suho must choose whether to intervene before the next crisis erupts. The demon crew erupts in a unified chant, 77,777, each syllable resonating through the quarry. Suho watches, noting the surge in morale as the chant drives carts faster, hauling lava rocks toward the furnace. Their collective rhythm fuels the smelting fire, and clears the ground for the estate. 77,777. This surge of unity sparks an unforeseen partnership among the demons. Suho murmurs as he recalibrates each cart's load, fine-tuning the balance to ensure the furnace receives the perfect ore ratio. His whispered calculation averts a catastrophic overload. Amid this precision, a fresh bond blossoms among the demons, tightening their cooperation. Sir Singer erupts, accusing Suho of ruining his life, seizing his family's assets and shattering his future. Yal counters, claiming Suho's own alcohol poisoning doomed him, yet Suho saved his parents and Julian, demanding gratitude. The clash threatens Suho's command over the demon labor, risking collapse of the entire project.
I already told you that your job is to think of how you can help me. You're the one who completely ruined my life after all. My family. My assets. You took them all away.
You have died from alcohol poisoning even if I didn't appear.
The great king of hell confronts Lloyd Frontera, declaring a bleak, meaningless destiny and demanding an answer to a solitary, universe-altering question that ties his rebirth to a secret messenger. Lloyd screams for purpose, his desperation echoing as he faces the crushing weight of a fate that strips him of joy, family, and any hope of redemption. The unanswered question lingers, the messenger's identity concealed, leaving Lloyd and the battlefield, teetering on the brink of an unknown, catastrophic revelation.
We don't skip the details. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry for the full experience.
A reality-bending train screeches toward disaster. The city's fate hinges on one elusive voucher. Title flashes, the greatest estate developer. Suho, trapped in the indolent noble Lloyd's flesh, eyes the skeletal rail. He feels the kingdom trembling. If the train stalls, everything crumbles. He readies himself to demand answers from the messenger about the upper world. Suho cites his past. He once poured mana into Javier to pressure the messenger. The messenger repeats the accusation, then snaps. The upper world isn't why I'm here. Their spar reveals Suho's mana bargaining won't unlock the truth.
The upper world.
The messenger sneers, useless cog. Suho snarls, refusing humiliation. The messenger bellows a name, summoning a fresh worker. A wide-eyed young woman strides in. Anna.
Yes, you useless cog. Anna!
Anna's presence shifts the crew's dynamics, hinting at new alliances. A crooked grin spreads across the messenger's face as he mocks the chaos. He confesses the contempt he endured, yet the humiliation quickened his pulse. Everyone profits from Lloyd's schemes, he declares, alluding to a secret advantage.
He, treated like trash, heart fluttering, everyone benefits from Lloyd.
The messenger's grin masks a concealed agenda tied to Lloyd. Suho, still wearing Lloyd's hollow shell, confronts the messenger over the voucher. Suho recalls his father's return with a tall, upright ally. He feels dwarfed by the man's virtue. Envy drives him to antagonize the newcomer, threatening the railway's fragile cooperation. Determined, he drafts a note seeking forgiveness. Suho commands a servant to hand a note to the man, apologizing for snapping his wooden sword, claiming he only craved friendship. The gesture could mend fractured trust. He also plans to inform his parents, preparing a second letter for them. Suho pens a heartfelt confession to his mother and father, owning his mistakes. He hopes they'll grant forgiveness, vital for backing the colossal train. His eyes linger on the looming reincarnation chance, whispering a desperate wish for a human rebirth. Suho surveys the half-finished rail, steam billowing, gears grinding. A massive hamster hauls a cart brimming with blueprints. The train nears completion. The messenger hovers, voucher in hand. Suho eyes the chance to swap his noble skin for freedom. The exchange teeters on the brink. Kaio, Suho yells as the half-finished rail whistles by. He watches the steam-capped train inch forward, each tick dragging the launch farther. Tension tightens as the deadline races towards zero. The messenger steps forward, nods, and declares, as the contract states, Entickle's soul has been released. He slides a sealed scroll to Suho, confirming the soul's freedom. This act unlocks the next hidden clause.
The messenger thrusts a sealed scroll into Suho's hand, confirming Inticle's soul release. The contract ignites as the half-finished train thunders toward the looming deadline. Suho swallows a bitter blend of triumph and dread. Dragon King membership within reach. Yet the ticking gate threatens to seize the coveted voucher and shatter his fragile edge. The glowing gate hums ominously, the contract on the brink of ignition. Suho stands at the threshold, the voucher's fate and his future power hanging on a single, unresolved pulse.
What are you waiting for? Hit the button. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
The skyline cracks as the fake Dragon King collapses and the deadline looms. Suho Kim awakens reborn as the legendary estate developer Chinese letter. He stands on a cliff, eyes scanning the capital below. Modern engineering formulas still echo in his mind. He grasps that his new name wields the power to reshape the kingdom itself. Below, the crowd murmurs his legend, begging him to free the mountain debt family. He sweeps the horizon for danger. A massive shadow lurches toward the palace. He draws a steady breath, fighting his pounding heart. A colossal reptile coils by the palace gates, scales shimmering with an odd glow. The dragon suddenly surges, its tail scattering loose stones. A rider yells a short exclamation that echoes down the tunnel. Another gasps, amazed by the speed, shouting that it's so fast. Riders clutch tighter, fearing a fall. Cavern walls blur as the beast accelerates toward the vault. Hearts pound, wind howls. Muscles ripple, yet the dragon shows no strain. The hidden treasure glints faster, drawing them nearer. The crew steadies themselves, preparing for the final approach.
It's so fast.
Suho steps closer to the dragon. The creature sheds its bald disguise, its massive head rising to reveal a crown of horns. Peepadong gasps and points. Suho shouts the exclamation. The dragon's eyes flare amber, scanning the intruders. The team feels a surge of power radiating from the beast. Suho calculates the load his weight will add. He whispers to the group to keep the vault walls supported. The dragon's tail coils around a column of gold, stabilizing the structure. The air crackles with raw magic, but the dragon's presence keeps the ceiling from collapsing. Suho marks the dragon's spine as a potential ladder. He signals Peepadong to prepare a rope.
Oh, great dragon.
Among the humans gathered to claim membership, the strongest warriors step forward, muscles tensed, eyes sharp. Peepadong notes that these humans are exceptionally strong, hinting at the formidable opposition the Dragon King faces. Meanwhile, Korong, the elder noble, rebukes the Dragon King, calling him disrespectful for ignoring the claim. He warns that the humans' pride will turn to rage if the Dragon King continues to slight them, potentially sparking a violent backlash. The exchange underscores the fragile alliance and the danger of provoking a proud, powerful foe.
Humans claiming membership are exceptionally strong.
You're the Dragon King but disrespectful. Pride fuels anger.
The humans' pride may soon ignite a full-scale clash.
A blinding crack of energy shatters the vault, igniting dragon magic that surges through Suho's forearm as the team pours water into the awakening beast, forcing the creature to flare its scales in warning, and the cavern trembles. Suho's fleeting relief morphs into dread as the dragon's fierce response threatens the fragile unity, while Y'all basks in pride from PPO's reward, knowing the team's fragile triumph hangs by a thread and the air crackles with tension. As the dragon roars louder, its eyes lock onto the water-filled basin, leaving the group uncertain whether the awakened beast will devour their hopes or become a weapon for the next, even deadlier stage, and the ground shakes beneath them.
Fans from over 50 countries already wake up to Manwa with Harry recaps. Subscribe and be part of it.